Hello, everyone. Have you been thinking of starting your journey into software engineering, computer science, or even exploring the world of data science, data analytics, or even data engineering? Well, if you have, then this video is for you. My name is Musa Peter, a tech professional, and I will be taking you through a comprehensive introduction into Python programming. Python is known to be one of the most popular and beginner friendly programming languages in the world, powering everything from most of the web applications to different artificial intelligence systems and even big data projects. So, in this lesson, we will explore what Python is, why it is in such high demand, and you'll even write your very first Python program. I hope you're super excited about it. So, get ready to learn, write codes, and even grow. Let's dive in into the basics of who a programmer is. So programmers serve as the middlemen or even the middle persons in this case. You can imagine yourself being good in English while your friend only understands one language, which is French. So in that case, for you to be able to communicate, you'll need someone to translate the two languages. You'll need someone to translate French so that you can be able to understand the language of your friend. So in this case, the translator is the programmer. So, when talking about technology, a programmer is like a translator for computers. They help computers to understand different programming languages. So, what they do is that they write instructions that are code codes in a language that computers can understand, telling computers what to do. And different programmers use different programming languages. We have different programming languages like Python, HTML, C++, are amongst very many others. So, what is Python? What is Python? Python is a high level general purpose programming language. Just like any other language, it is high level general purpose, and it is a programming language that is used in most of the different devices, that is computers. So it is majorly used for web development, used for data science, for artificial intelligence, automation, and very many others. So it is mostly preferred because it is usually simple, it is readable, and it is always beginner friendly. And it always follows the philosophy of readability and clarity first. So it majorly focuses on readability of the codes that are used. Who is a developer for Python? Python was developed by Guido van Rossum, who was a Dutch programmer in the year 1980s and first released in the year 1991. So the name Python was inspired by the BBC comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus. So Python was not named after a snake, but after um, this great guy by the name Monty Python. He was the inspiration behind the name Python. So why should we read Python? Why should we do Python? Why should we learn Python? Number one is because Python is easy to learn. It is very, very easy to learn. It is usually beginner friendly. Number two, it is versatile. It can be majorly used in different applications, in the creation of different websites, in data science, in software engineering, in artificial intelligence automation, and a lot more. So it has high versatility. It is also easier to interpret codes that are written in Python. So interpretability is usually high when it comes to Python compared to most of the other programming languages. Apart from that, it also offers dynamic typing, whereby variables can hold any data type. So in Python, we can use different data types and we can manipulate them. We can use them to our advantage. And then apart from that, Python has a rich ecosystem whereby thousands of libraries and frameworks are usually stored. So Python has a rich libraries. It also has rich frameworks, and that is why most of the guys prefer using Python. And remember, Python is a language just like any other language, just like French, just like English, just like Spanish, and a lot more. The only difference is that Python is a language that is majorly understood or even that is used by computers or even in computing in the digital age. So why should we learn Python? Why should we learn Python? Number one, Python has a high industry demand. It is majorly used by most of the top companies in the world like Meta, Google, very many other companies that deal with automation, artificial intelligence, and a lot more. So it has a high demand. The other thing is that it offers a great career opportunities such as data science, AI, web development, automation. Most of these careers require you to have the knowledge of Python. Apart from that, it is also a versatile language which works across many domains. It also has a rich, it is rich in different libraries. That is, we have ready-made tools like like a NumPy and a lot more, Pandas and a lot more that are very, very important in the working of this specific program. It also offers a strong community support whereby millions of learners and developers are able to use it to their advantage or even to use it in doing different activities or even performing different tasks on a national level or even on a global level. And then the last thing is that it is usually beginner friendly. Python is beginner friendly. It is beginner friendly. So we now have a general knowledge about Python, the key advantages, why we should learn Python. And I believe all of us are supposed to learn this language, just like you know different languages, your indigenous language, your national language, and a lot more other languages. I believe it is good for you to learn Python. So, how do we install this specific package? How do we install it? So, the first thing, you run to this specific website, which is python.org, and then from there you download the package, and always ensure that you download the latest package. You download it. After downloading it, you now run the installer and ensure that this specific box is checked. That is, add Python to path. Ensure that that specific box is checked. After downloading, you now install it. And then after installation, open your command prompt or even your terminal, depending on what you're using, depending on the device that you are using. You open your command prompt or even the terminal and type this specific string, which is version, and then press enter. After pressing on version, after typing Python, after typing version and pressing enter, it is going to show the version number that is installed. The version number of Python that is installed. If you don't see a version number, then that would mean that Python is not installed. And I would advise you to repeat the same process. So once Python has been installed, you can now proceed to writing your first Python program. Your first Python program. And everyone is always super excited about writing their first Python code. Me too. I was also super excited when I wrote my first Python program or even my first Python code. So you now proceed to opening any code editor. We have different editors like IDLE, virtual, Visual Studio Code. We also have Replit. We also have Jupyter Notebooks, Jupyter Lab, and a lot more. So in this case, you open your code editor and type this specific code. Print into brackets, hello world. In this case, print is the command or even the keyword that tells Python what to output. What should be our output in this case? Our output should be hello world. Now, hello world is it is a string that contains different characters. That is why it has been enclosed in double quotation marks. So you type that code and then run it. After running it, you should see this specific string. You should see this output. Hello world. And after seeing that, you should jubilate. You should be super excited about that because you have successfully written your first Python program. So that is it. That is it. Now, programming is all about solving problems. Programming, whether you're using different languages, any language that you're using in programming, your key objective should be solving problems. And programmers need to think creatively and logically to figure out how to make their programs do what they want. Because most of the times you'll be faced with different problems, and you'll have to ensure that you work with the different programs that you have to solve problems. So programming is majorly about solving problems. So why is programming important? Why is it important? It is very, very important because it helps us to create new technologies. We create different technologies. We come up with AI. AI as its backbone being programming. Artificial intelligence is as a result of programming. Different programs were put in place, and that is how artificial intelligence was born. So, programming is important because it helps us to create new technologies, making our lives easier and even more fun. It helps us solve complex problems in areas like medicine, areas like science, healthcare, and even engineering. So, through technology, through programming, we are able to come up with solutions to these problems. So, that is why programming is important. So, you learning Python, you going through Python, you honing yourself with skills in Python will be very, very paramount. It will enable you to be a game changer in the digital age and even in different ecosystems. So, thank you very much for joining me. Our next episode, which will be coming up after this, will be about learning the Python syntax, learning different variables, and even the different data types. And then on that, we are going to discuss about Python's basic rules, how to use variables to store data, and we're also going to look at the different data types, which include strings, numbers, and lists. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more information and also for more videos. And if you enjoyed the session, please give a thumbs up, and maybe you can comment down there so that we know what we should do next. Thank you very much.